right, so my name is Stacy. I had bariatric surgery back in May of 2020 with Dr. Myers at Chesapeake Regional. Before bariatric surgery, I was exhausted all the time, and I felt like I was, missing out on my life and being able to spend time with my family because I was so tired. And after bariatric surgery, they can't keep up with me. My daily life, I basically went to work and came home. But I remember being really tired all the time, and it was very frustrating because I would come home and then I would sit on the couch and I was like done for the day. I just didn't have any energy left in me afterwards. I had a lot of aches and pains before the surgery. I think I tried everything before the surgery, and nothing would stick. Like, I think the most I'd ever lost was like 20 pounds, and it would just come right back, and then I'd gain more even. I think that I just, needed to do the surgery. I think that I just got sick and tired of being tired, and I was fed up with not being able to do anything to make progress for myself despite what I felt was extreme efforts. And it was just almost like, it's hard to explain. It's like a switch in your mind goes off, and just all of a sudden you've become more determined and you make the decision and you just do it. And then of course I went to the first seminar when they go over the different types of surgeries, and Dr. Myers was speaking, and I really liked him. And specifically, I liked his attitude. I liked how he was presenting himself and the materials. I thought he was very patient when he answered all the questions from the audience, and he was, full of information, and I felt like he was just the right person to do it. All of the staff, my nutritionist, Dr. Myers, they were all great. My nutritionist was Jessica, and she was amazing. So during the pre-surgery, you have to learn how you're supposed to eat before, and you learn how you're supposed to eat after the surgery, and because most of the time you try to lose a few pounds to show that you're dedicated to changing your eating habits and your lifestyle. So when I was talking to Jessica, anytime that I was like, this isn't working, I'm starving or whatever it was, she was like, oh, well, let's do this instead. And it was just it just worked. And it was like, I've tried nutritionists before and it never worked. And I don't know if it was because she just listened to me and heard me, or I have no idea. But she really heard me and addressed all of my concerns and made it just so much easier. All I did was follow her directions. I was most hopeful for just, having some more energy. My biggest goal was to just live longer, because I knew that I wasn't getting any smaller. I was only going to get bigger, and I started off at 285 pounds, and I'm only 5'3". So I was a big person, and I knew that if I got bigger, my pre-diabetes was going to turn into diabetes, and I didn't want to have to take medication or shots, I just knew that my life was going to quickly become very hard, and I was just hoping that I could prevent all of that and live longer for my kids. The recovery process was not bad. I was actually really surprised. All the nursing staff was great. They were very helpful. They were constantly checking in on me, making sure I had everything I needed. I didn't have any problems. They were wonderful. I have lost about 140 pounds altogether. Yeah, so after the surgery, I definitely feel like leaps and bounds better. I feel like a new person. I have endless energy. It's crazy to say that now, because I used to feel so tired that I felt like I could not explain to people how tired I was. So, before the surgery, I would sit on the couch after I came home and literally fall asleep almost after dinner, and then sleep through the night some nights. It was not really a life to live, sleeping through your life and just working. And you're missing out on so much. But now I have it's endless energy. People can't keep up with me. Big picture is I just feel like I am gonna live longer now. I feel like, when my kids get to high school and they play a sport or something, I can be right there with them at practice and chasing after them or helping them at home with their practicing, or, anything active. I feel like I can easily do now. I don't have that worry. I'll never forget when I first met Dr. Myers and I was telling him all these things that I had tried before my weight loss. And he said to me, "Oh, well, I've got something I think will work for you." And I told him, "I'll believe it when I see it." And he laughed at me, but it works. I would say to someone considering weight loss surgery, just do it. If you're ready to do it, if you're truly ready to make the changes, just do it. There's no reason not to.